This issue of the speech by the president, I wanted to just concretize it into the thematic areas, Madam Speaker. I was able to note that the speech by the president was succinct. It was short, it was sweet, and it was to the point. And after all was said and done, out of the many paragraphs, one is able to summarize it into 7 very profound thematic areas. His Excellency the President was able to speak on agriculture and food security and the grand plan that he has. But not only is he speaking about it, he has already actioned it through executive action, because we saw him moving our subsidies from consumption to production, Madam Speaker. And on that alone, I want to commend His Excellency the President. This is a man who was elected on the back of a wave of a campaign that was driven by hustlers in this country. And the President was careful to recognize that there is a sector called the micro, small, and medium enterprises. And to it, he was able to speak elaborately about the plans on investing in this very critical sector. Of importance to me, Madam Speaker, is that there is a role for this House in connecting the drive on medium and small enterprises with the TVET training and the installation of institutions that will be used for incubation and for apprenticeship for these people who are in the micro, medium, and small enterprises, Madam Speaker. For people of us who are representing constituencies that are in urban areas, we took note of the great investment in the Hustler Fund and the Enterprise Fund, which we know is going to spur development in this area. Madam Speaker, I pride myself as the women representative of the people of Dagoretti South constituency. I am a feminist, Mr. Speaker, and admittedly so. So I was very excited when His Excellency the President took up the women agenda. We know what the plans are. We saw them when he was signing charters with the women of this country. Not only did he sign a charter, he transformed it into an agenda in his manifesto, which ended up becoming the Kenya Kwanza plan, which shall be implementing. I commit, as a feminist and the women representative of the people of Dagoretti South, I commit to support any legislative agenda that will push the women agenda in this House. Madam Speaker, His Excellency the President was keen to bring up the issue on the health agenda. Each member of parliament here will tell you that when they are doing their clinics on Monday morning, the biggest issue that they have to contend with is how to pay bills. How to pay bills for hospitals, how to pay bills for the diseased. Madam Speaker, this country cannot afford to continue paying for health out of pocket. When His Excellency the President will champion bills to reform NHIF in this House, Madam Speaker, I shall be a champion. I will be championing for the reform of the health sector, for the reform of health financing, and for that I commend the President for putting it in his speech. Madam Speaker, we have been told that there is a task force coming up to review CBC. So when it came up as an agenda on the President's speech, I was excited, because some of us have children, some who are in standard 6 this year. We want to know, what does CBC mean when a young child who is 12 years old is taken to a high school and has to be in school with people who are probably 19 years, some 18 years, and this is a young student, probably age 13 or 12. So when we go into this issue of education, Madam Speaker, I know even this House shall be involved in recommending some changes to this CBC form of education, and this task force will be one of the things that will be a